How about free speech? Well, we've heard quite a bit about free speech. The senator from Rhode Island just gave a long presentation, complete with lots of charts. I'll say a couple of things on free speech. First of all, our Democratic colleagues, when they address the issue of so-called dark money and campaign finance contributions, are often deeply, deeply hypocritical and don't address the actual facts that exist. Here are some facts. Of the top 20 organizations spending money for political speech in the year 2016, 14 of them gave virtually all of their money to Democrats, and another 3 split their money evenly. So only 3 of the top 20 gave money to Republicans. What did that mean in practice? That meant the top 20 super PAC donors contributed $422 million to Democrats and $189 million to Republicans. Those who give these impassioned speeches against dark money don't mention that their side is funded by dark money with a massive differential. The senator from Rhode Island talked about big corporate powers without acknowledging that the contributions from the Fortune 500 in this presidential election overwhelmingly favor Joe Biden and the Democrats, without acknowledging that the contributions from Wall Street in this election overwhelmingly favor Joe Biden and the Democrats. It's an awful lot of rhetoric about power. But it gets even more interesting when you look at Supreme Court nominations. We just heard an attack on the Federalist Society, a group that I've been a member of for over 25 years. I joined as a law student. It's a group that brings conservatives, libertarians, constitutionalists together to have robust discussions about the Constitution and about the law. What's interesting is nowhere in the Senator of Rhode Island's remarks was any reference to a company called Arabella Advisors, which is a for-profit entity that manages nonprofits, including the 1630 Fund and the New Venture Fund. Now, what on earth are those? Those sound like awfully dark and confusing names. Well, according to the Wall Street Journal this Sunday, in the year 2017 and 2018, those entities reported $987.5 million in revenue. That's nearly $1 billion. We heard a lot of thundering indignation at what was described as $250 million of expenditures. In this case, you've got $1 billion. The senator of Rhode Island said that that much money, much of which is dark money that we don't know who contributed it, he asked, what are they getting for it? And by the way, one of the things they're getting for it is a group called Demand Justice, a project of those entities, spent $5 million opposing Justice Brett Kavanaugh and has just launched a 7-figure ad buy opposing your confirmation. So all of the great umbrage about the corporate interests are spending dark money is wildly in conflict with the actual facts that the corporate interests that are spending dark money are funding the Democrats by a factor of 3 to 1 or greater. A fact that doesn't ever seem to be acknowledged. But not only that, what was Citizens United about? You know, it's interesting, most people at home, they've heard about Citizens United. They know it makes Democrats very, very upset. But they don't actually know what the case is about. Citizens United concerned whether or not it was legal to make a movie criticizing a politician. Specifically, Citizens United is a small nonprofit organization based here in D.C. that made a movie that was critical of Hillary Clinton. And the Obama Justice Department took the position that it could punish Citizens United for daring to make a movie critical of a politician. The case went all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court. At the oral argument, there was a moment that was truly chilling. Justice Sam Alito asked the Obama Justice Department, "Is it your position under your theory of the case that the federal government can ban books?" And the Obama Justice Department responded, "Yes. Yes, it is our position that if the books criticize a political candidate, a politician, the federal government can ban books." As far as I'm concerned, that is a terrifying view of the First Amendment. Citizens United was decided 5-4. By a narrow 5-4 majority, the Supreme Court concluded the First Amendment did not allow the federal government to punish you for making a movie critical of a politician. And likewise, that the federal government couldn't ban books. 4 justices dissented. 4 justices were willing to say the federal government can ban books and can ban movies and presumably could ban books as well. When Hillary Clinton was running for president, she explicitly promised every justice she nominated to the court would pledge to overturn Citizens United. By the way, Hillary Clinton said she would demand of her nominee something you have rightly said that this administration has not demanded of you, which is a commitment on any case as to how you will rule. Democrats have shown no compunction in expecting their nominees to make a promise. Here's how I'm going to vote on a pending case. Judicial ethics be damned.